Having somebody watch me do that for the first time is the weirdest thing. That's so funny. Good evening, ladies. One moment, please. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen from Hey Siri. Where am I at?
You're at 667 to 699 Hal Rogers Drive, London, Kentucky.
Good evening, everybody from London, Kentucky. Right now I am currently outside of the London Corbin Airport in London, Kentucky. Why, you may ask? There's not a good reason. As usual, that's what you get on my channel quite often. The short answer is I basically just needed a place to stop and record the intro to this video, and I kind of got tired of doing the whole pull up to a gas station. It's the same bit. You gotta switch it up, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing today. No real sense in being here at the airport. I just kind of ended up here. I do have to say though, this airport's small, but it's really pretty land out here. I've been to Kentucky a couple of times in my life. It's fine. It's just a nice switch up from the usual pull up to a gas station. Anyway, what are we doing today? I usually say pretty often in these videos that I don't have a plan, and that is mostly true every time. But when I say that, I still usually have some kind of idea of like where I'm going to end up, or there's a direction I'm driving in or something. I literally have no plan today. Late last night, I drove from Johnson City to Knoxville, my hometown, and spent the night in Knoxville, and then woke up at some point today and just started driving in a direction. I've now ended up at the London Corbin Airport. So really, for the first time on this channel, this is like kind of the first video that I'm making about what the channel was originally supposed to be about. Getting into the car, picking a direction to drive in, and not knowing where you're going. You just end up at a place. But like today, I really have absolutely nothing planned out. So we are just gonna see what happens. That's it, people. So this is where the video is starting. Where it's gonna end up, I don't know. But if I am sure of one thing, it's that we are gonna get there. Wherever there is.
Got so much to lose, got so much to prove. God, don't let me lose my mind. Trouble on my left, trouble on my right. I've been facing trouble almost all my life. My sweet love, won't you pull me through? Everywhere I look, I catch a glimpse of you. I said it was love, and I did it for love, did it for you.
Okay. It's freaking cold out here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey Siri. How cold is it out here?
It's currently clear and 51 degrees.
Well, it doesn't feel like 51 degrees. It feels like it's about 30. I don't know what the deal is. I'm freezing at the moment. We are now in Richmond, Kentucky, which is about maybe just shy of an hour north of wherever the last place was. The airport. It's about an hour north of the airport. We're back at another Buc-ee's, everybody's favorite gas station, ladies and gentlemen. For a couple of different reasons, I think that we're going to take kind of a smaller trip today overall. I'm just not feeling up to par. I feel kind of sick, to be just really honest. I think I'm gonna do probably about another hour, which will end up putting us in either Lexington, Kentucky or Frankfort, Kentucky. More than likely we're gonna end up in Frankfort, Kentucky, which is the state capital of Kentucky. So we'll see where we end up here in just a little bit. At the moment, I'm gonna go back in here and get a drink, a snack, and some ibuprofen or something. I don't know what the deal is today. I just feel like kind of exceptionally tired. Like I'm fine for the most part. I feel kind of real tired today. So anyway, I'm gonna do about one more hour. So we're gonna go ahead and get on the road. Just a quick stop at Buc-ee's. You always gotta stop at a Buc-ee's, ladies and gentlemen. It's the greatest gas station there is, people. Whatever. We will see you wherever we end up.
Will it come to pass, or will I pass the test? You know what they say, yeah, the wicked get no rest. You can have my heart, any place, anytime.
Welcome back, everybody, and a formal greeting officially from our final destination this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Frankfort, Kentucky. Right now, I am outside of the state capitol building. Frankfort is not that big of a city. Hey Siri. What's the population of Frankfort, Kentucky?
In 2020, the population of Frankfort was 28,602.
So 28,000 people, not that big of a city. Although that number is slightly misleading because it's in between two semi-major cities, being Lexington, Kentucky, and Louisville, Kentucky. As I mentioned, this is the state capitol building behind me. It's closed now, and I've not seen a soul. There's been like a couple cars drive by, but I've not really seen a whole lot of people. A couple hours ago, I looked up, once I figured out that I was going to end up in Frankfort as our final destination for tonight, I did look up briefly kind of like what there was to do there and stuff, and one of them was to check out the Capitol building behind me. And in the pictures that I saw online, for whatever reason, I don't know what the deal was, I didn't think that it was really all that large of a building, so I didn't think that there was much to be excited about, but it's pretty impressive. For those of you that have ever been to Biltmore in Asheville, it reminds me a lot of that. I think it might be a little bit bigger than that, but it's kind of the same style a little bit. At least that's what it looks like. But just kind of right off the bat, that's what it reminds me of, at least. To be really honest with you, I was kind of worried about this video not having like literally any plan at all. I didn't know if we were going to get like any kind of payout or anything at the end, but honestly, just seeing this building alone, saying I've been here, I would say that's worth the 3-hour drive or whatever we did today. Frankfort, Kentucky is the capital of the U.S. state of Kentucky and the seat of Franklin County. It is a home rule class city located along the Kentucky River. Frankfort is the principal city of the Frankfort, Kentucky Metropolitan Statistical Area, for those of you who were curious. Some brief history on Frankfort. I did read the entire Wikipedia article. It's honestly a good read, so for those of you that are interested in history, link in description, or just look it up. Before Frankfort was founded, the site was a ford across the Kentucky River along one of the great buffalo trails used as highways in colonial America. English explorers first visited the area in the 1750s. The site evidently received its name after an incident in 1780 when pioneer Stephen Frank was killed in a skirmish with Native Americans. The crossing was named Frank's Ford in his memory. In 1786, the Virginia legislature designated 100 acres as the town of Frankfort, and after Kentucky became a state in 1792, it was chosen as its capital. This place, ladies and gentlemen, is one of those places where like there's so much history that there's no possible way I could even kind of condense it down to one thing in one of my videos. That's just not really a possibility. Like, this is a great example. If you're somebody that's actually interested in history, definitely go and read about it. It's definitely a good read. So yeah, my camera's about to die, so we're gonna go up here and get as close as possible to the Capitol building and show you at least what we can. They've got this little garden situation out here. The place is just absolutely beautiful though. Like, the camera is not gonna do it justice, but like, really honestly, none of this is what I was expecting today. It's a very beautiful place. Kentucky Capitol building, you're doing a great job. Like, kind of creepy vibes when there's nobody else around at whatever time it is, but still very pretty. They've got, you can visit this at some point during the day. Maybe this is a bad idea. Anyway, this is what the inside looks like. I have to like tilt the camera up to get up to the window. So there you go. But yeah, there's nobody else here. I'm like here I've got the whole place to myself, so, you know. Yeah, I'm sure that there's probably a lot more to Frankfurt that I'm not gonna get to see, at least today. I really need to go ahead and get started and like go back home and get some rest, to be really honest with you. So I do apologize, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Part of being on the road all the time, ladies and gentlemen. So I hate to end it abruptly, but unfortunately I think that that's going to go ahead and do it for today. What happens when you drive 3 hours north from Knoxville? You going north for no reason, you end up in Frankfort, Kentucky. That's the answer to that question, for any of you that were curious. I've got to get out of this place. I've got to go back home. Frankfort, Kentucky. Thank you for having me. You were very kind. I didn't see anybody, but I'm sure that I'm sure you have nice people. You got great buildings, fantastic buildings. I've got to get out of this place, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. As always, we will see you next week. Wednesdays at 7 o'clock is the official schedule. For those of you that were wondering, I got a couple of questions about that. Videos every Wednesday, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Be there, people. Every Wednesday. What else do you have going on in your life on a Wednesday at 7? Nothing. You have nothing. You might. But if you can't make it here at 7, make it at 8, 9, 10. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want. We greatly appreciate it. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you bright and early in the next one. And yeah, that's going to do it for today. Bye, everybody.
Travel on my